What's going on, peeps? Emerald signing in for the first time since what? January? Here we are. This is December, what? 4th, 5th? I don't even know the day's date. Early December. Anyway, I said I wasn't going to get back on YouTube. I was like, the hell with getting on YouTube. And I probably won't continue to upload my videos on YouTube. I'll probably end up going to another platform since I actually got shut down for some unknown, unexplained reason. I think maybe it has something to do with if you watch some of my videos from back, some of my videos are still online. Somebody else used some of my videos that they downloaded when I was still up, and they're just keeping it going. And I just never made a deal out of it because it don't bother me. So they just continue. They just continued on teaching whatever the stuff that I was teaching back then. But I have no problem with the guy that's using my videos. No problem at all. Okay, so that's why I never addressed it. Now, I said I wasn't going to do any more videos, but for some reason I feel like doing them again. And I'll probably use this channel right here. I'm going to rename it. I don't know what I'm going to name it yet, but I'll probably delete the religious videos because I'm not talking about religion on this as I was before, because I originally created this channel back when I was a Christian and deep into the religion, but I'm past that. I don't talk about it. I let people do what they do, so I don't care to talk about religion too much now. So I'm just in a whole different place in life now. I'm still fighting to get my son, and I'm actually a whole lot closer than I've ever been now. I'm just working on one document to get with the county clerk to get the move done because there's no judge presiding in my case now. So I'm trying to go through the county clerk to get it done. So and now I'll address that part later, but just pretty much like the intro to a new season in my life concerning this legal stuff. I'm doing a whole lot more studying. I don't take a lot of calls like I used to take. I had to slow it down and kind of take a little more time to myself and focus on my son more. And I'll probably take a different approach this time also because I don't want to spend a whole lot of my free time helping people, spending countless hours on people that won't do the work. They want free conversation, they want free documents, free this, free that, and they don't even apply it to their lives. Or they're too afraid to do it, or they're too busy listening to too many different sources, and they find themselves scattered in their thinking, and they find themselves not applying anything to their lives. So, yeah, I've talked to people, about a year around this time last year. There's some people that I've still talked to who still have not applied what I've showed them, and and they showed them exactly like, as far when I say apply what I showed them, not even talking about this stuff that I kind of got into last year. I got into some of the things that I didn't even apply to my own situation. What I did to my situation as far as like beating child support was registering my name and recording in the county records according to the statutes here in Georgia, and I filed a certified copy into the court case. And that's how I stopped everything. I believe that's what stopped everything because they never sent me nothing else since then. And that was back in 2017. And here it is, we're going into 2021 now. So in that case, it's just sitting there. I ain't bothering it. Nobody sent me nothing. She's not pursuing nothing. She's tried, but she can't. No attorneys, nothing's done. Nothing's happening. Now it's just me doing all the pursuing, and she's doing the running. So, but that's how I beat child support. But I got into other things like the COL forms and using different other methods. Like, what was the other stuff I had? I was kind of showing. It was other things that I was started teaching people, like the Minnesota assumed name certificate. Some of these things are hit and miss. Some people won their cases using these tactics, and some people did not. Some people still fighting because the shit didn't work for them. So I refuse to go back to showing people, teaching people stuff that's hit and miss. Because, I was advocating for those things only because there are some people with testimonies that actually won their cases like that. But the more I studied and the more I kept moving forward, and I just went back to what I originally did, how I beat my stuff, and I decided to just stick with what I did and what I did and what I know works every time. Every time I've ever had anybody use it and they applied it the way I showed them to apply it and it worked. Now, so therefore, I'll never go back to talking about the COL forms and the assumed name certificates, and that stuff's not really necessary. It's not necessary. Some of the other stuff people tell you to do, some of it might work, some of it may not work. There are many factors that may play a part in whether something works or not. But a lot of the stuff that we learn online is not all necessary. All these different, some people I just had to cut out of my, situations, out of my circle. Some people even use my name on their videos to try to, I guess to build clout, to build an audience, and they're not doing the stuff I showed them either. I've even showed one particular guy exactly what I did, and he twisted it and turned it into some other stuff, and showing other people the incorrect way to do it. And he been fighting child support, and he's still on child support because he will not listen, and he's too bullheaded to do the shit right. So I stopped talking to him too. I left him alone too. I'm not speaking no damn names, but y'all probably know who the hell I'm talking about anyway. He has his own channel. So I decided to just kind of cut it short. Stop dealing with people, You know what? Fuck it. It's Stevion, King Stevion. I'm tired of just not saying no damn names. If I have to, I will. If you have somebody there's a video that he posted where he was talking about registering a name, where he tweaked a template. He tweaked an actual document that I actually gave him, which was my actual filing. He tweaked it and used the exact wording, except he turned it. He said, I stated on there that I, Michael Eugene Roseman, upper lowercase, style upper lowercase, I'm the grantor and / beneficiary of Michael Eugene Roseman, the name in all capitalized letters. Basically stating because that name in all caps is a corporation, it's a business, it's a business entity, it's a trade name. I registered it as a trade name, and that registration statement is what that is. He stated on there, King Stevion of Sunnyside is the grantor beneficiary of Stevie Tyrone Thompson. I think that's what he said his name is. Stevie Tyrone Thompson estate. All that was in all caps, and that's not what Stevie Tyrone Thompson estate is. Not the name that's on child support. So the shit's not gonna fucking work. Plus, your mom and dad did not name you King Stevion of Sunnyside. That name is not even on your birth certificate. Neither one of those entities are on the birth certificate. And neither one of those names are connected to the Social Security number, which is the number that they need in order to put you on child support. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. Try to show this man is the correct way. He's guiding and leading people down a rabbit hole. Nobody's getting free. None of the 100 kings are getting free because they're listening to him. So then when they get to any members of that group who decides to finally listen to what I was showing you guys, if you want to do it the way I did it, Go into your state statutes and read what it says about registering a name in your state statutes according to what your state statutes say you need to be doing. And then you follow that right, and then that's how you're going to get yourself free if you want to go that route, the way I did it. Now, if you want to do it another route, that's totally up to you. I'm not doing nobody's work for them. I'm not spending no more hours, countless hours, showing people how it's too simple. The state statutes are very clear when it explains what to do. A lot of us are taught not to use the statutes. The state statutes are telling you exactly what you're supposed to do. And let me address the little part when they say the statutes don't apply to you. They apply to the legal fiction. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. A legal fiction cannot read statutes. A legal fiction can do no thing. In all caps letter, it only exists on paper. Who's supposed to read the statutes and apply them? A living man and woman. We have to apply them. That's for the people to follow. We have to use the all caps name as our go-between. That's what we have to use to conduct business. The statutes is like, I can compare it with like the instructions on the Monopoly board. The all caps name. This is the all caps name. It's on the Monopoly board. Just pretend this is the dog on the Monopoly board. That's the all caps name. I use that to conduct business. Bam, I want to buy Park Place. So I'm using that name to purchase Park Place. But I'm the living man who's reading the instructions on the Monopoly board. For the Monopoly, in order to know how to play the game of Monopoly, I have to read the instructions that come with the game. That's what the statutes are. There's all the rules to the game. You have to know how to operate in commerce properly, and you're using the all caps name in order to do so. Now, in order for that name for people to know people who doing business with that name, they need to know who is affiliated with that name, who's the controller of the name, who's the one that's actually doing business, who's the living man that's behind that name. That's the purpose for registering that name. And you also creating a separation between the living and the dead. By registering, we're showing who's the living man that's running, that's using that legal fiction, that all caps name, that dog on the Monopoly board to conduct business around that board. Who's playing the game? Hope that makes sense. I'm trying to break that down. But you have to use the upper lowercase name to talk about you. That's you as a living man. You are recognized in the commercial world. You have to use the upper lowercase name when you want to distinguish between the living and the dead. You want to say the upper lowercase name is the living man. The all caps name is the business itself. That's the business entity. That's what the registration statement is for. In every state statute, every state, you look in your state and you will find where it talks about registering a name, whether they call it an assumed name, a trade name, a fictitious name, or a DBA. They're going to call it one of those four. You register that name. When you register that name, you have to use that. Every state statute is going to tell you how they want you to register that name. And some states are identical. The way the strategy is, their process is identical. Some of them not. That's why the Minnesota route was hit and miss, because some state statutes actually do it the same way Minnesota does it, and some of them don't. And that's why it's hit and miss. Some people still fighting, and it don't work for everybody. So I don't tell anybody to go to Minnesota no more. Don't ever contact me talking about doing Minnesota ever again, because I'm not going to tell you to do it, because if you're not in Minnesota, then you don't need to be doing Minnesota. And see, I remember someone saying, "Oh, you're going to go to jail if you do it in Minnesota." You won't damn go to jail. The bottom line is the shit may or may not work for you. And I've seen it. For some people it worked, some people it did not work. So you're not going to get in no damn trouble because you did it. Bottom line is, I'm not going to tell you to do it. Unless you are in Minnesota, I'm not going to tell you to do it. Now, so you do it according to your state statutes. If you're in Minnesota, that's what you're going to do. You're going to follow the state statutes and do it according to how Minnesota tells you to do it. And that's how you create the separation between the living and the dead. And it tells you that anyone who fails to register that name and they're conducting business in that state, using that name, then you may be hit with court costs. That's why they try to hit you with the court fees, the attorney fees, and all when you go to court. They try to do that to you because your name ain't registered anyway. They may try it anyway, even if you register, because they gonna see if they can get over on you. But that is your defense when you register that name. Now you have that extra blockage right there to stop them from even trying that. And even though I was able to stop it even without registering my name because I just rebutted it. You respond to it in writing. You let them know you don't consent to that, and you have unlimited ability to contract. And you have to it's your job to respond to everything that you receive in court, whether it's from some entity outside. It don't matter. You respond to that damn thing. You respond to it. If you don't respond to it, to not respond means to agree with it. It's called acquiescence. I've said this a million times. But if you don't respond to it, you're going to get, they're going to try to hit you with the attorney fees, but the court costs and all that stuff. But anyway, that's how I beat my child support case. And I just thought I didn't want to go into a rant right off into the registering the name, but I just thought I'd kind of put everybody on notice that I will start back recording videos now. I probably won't be off into, doing the emails just yet, because I'm not ready for that yet. I'm going to get my son back, and I'm too close for me to allow myself to get distracted, dealing with other people's problems right now. And I think I probably end it right there. I don't know what I want to say right now. I got a lot kind of going through my mind right now, so I just thought I'd make this video, share it with people that may not be aware. I'm just not posting this video, so share it with some people so they'll be on notice. People who know about me, share it so they'll know, and have them to subscribe to this channel because I will be dropping videos on this channel. Okay? All right, y'all. M. Rose signing out.